Welcome to Royal Family Brief. The content of the briefing includes: Mummy, you okay? The trailer for Part 1 of The Crown Season 6 captures Princess Diana's tumultuous final years. Ken Bruce among those to receive honors at Buckingham Palace. Anthony Holden, royal chronicler who ruffled the palace, dies at 76. Parents to sue owner of Prince William and Harry's former school. Queen Elizabeth II's Range Rover up for sale after collectors' keen eye pays off. Mummy, you okay? The trailer for Part 1 of The Crown Season 6 captures Princess Diana's tumultuous final years. ABC. The trailer for Part 1 of the final season of Netflix's The Crown has been released, providing a glimpse of the lead-up to Princess Diana's death and the Queen's response to the grieving public. The intense scrutiny of Diana by the paparazzi is portrayed, as is her relationship with Dodi Fayed. The trailer also shows moments of lightness between Diana and her sons, with William asking his mother if she is okay. The final season will be split into 2 parts, with Part 1 premiering on November 16. Ken Bruce among those to receive honors at Buckingham Palace. The Independent. Veteran broadcaster Ken Bruce has been made an MBE for his services to radio, autism awareness, and charity. Bruce left BBC Radio 2 in March and began a new show on Greatest Hits Radio in April, taking his popular music quiz, Popmaster, with him. Since then, the average audience for Greatest Hits Radio has risen to 6.6 million, up 14% on the previous quarter and more than double the figure of 2 years ago. Bruce hopes the honor will help highlight the difficulties faced by autistic people, following his son's diagnosis. Anthony Holden, royal chronicler who ruffled the palace, dies at 76. New York Times. Anthony Holden, a British author, journalist, and poker player, has passed away at the age of 76. Holden became famous for his accidental stint as a royal biographer and critic of the monarchy. In 1977, he was sent to cover Prince Charles's visit to Canada for the Sunday Times and wrote a column about it that was well received. This led to a book deal to write a biography of Charles, which was published in 1979. Holden continued to write about the royal family and even wrote a second biography of Charles that was critical of his marriage to Princess Diana. The book caused a scandal and Holden faced backlash from Buckingham Palace and the tabloid media. Despite this, he continued to write and published over 40 books throughout his career, covering topics such as Shakespeare, Laurence Olivier, Mozart's librettist, and the Academy Awards. Holden was also a poker player and wrote 2 books about his experiences in the poker world. He is survived by his 3 sons, 4 grandchildren, and his brother. Parents to sue owner of Prince William and Harry's former school. Telegraph. Parents are planning to sue the owner of Falcon's pre-preparatory school in Chiswick after it announced its sudden closure. The school, which counts Prince Charles and Prince Harry among its alumni, will shut in December. Parents claim that they should have been given a full term's notice of closure and will seek financial redress for distress. Alpha Plus Group, which sold the school to Inspired Education Group earlier this year, said that pupils would be offered places at other schools in the group. Queen Elizabeth II's Range Rover up for sale after collectors' keen eye pays off. Telegraph. A Range Rover believed to have been owned and driven by Queen Elizabeth II is being auctioned by iconic auctioneers on November 11. The vehicle, which has a guide price of between £50,000, $64,000, and £60,000, was identified after a car collector noticed various modifications on the vehicle which matched those on other cars used by the Queen. These included covert lighting similar to that on unmarked police cars and rear grab handles. The Range Rover bears the Queen's favored Epsom green color and was originally delivered in 2004 for use in London and Balmoral. Queen tells Princess Diana's ghost she turned this house upside down in new Crown trailer. Telegraph. The trailer for the 6th and final series of The Crown reveals that it will focus on the events leading up to the fatal Paris car crash involving Princess Diana in August 1997 and the immediate aftermath. The trailer shows Diana getting into her car surrounded by paparazzi before the vehicle speeds towards the Alma Tunnel, pursued by photographers. The trailer also depicts Diana's ghost speaking to Queen Elizabeth II and the public outpouring of grief and anger over the Queen's decision to remain in Scotland with Princes William and Harry following the accident. The new Crown trailer promises more water-cooler entertainment at the expense of fact. Telegraph. The Crown's showrunner, Peter Morgan, has faced criticism for his creative decisions in the upcoming final season of the hit Netflix series. The show, which focuses on the British royal family, will delve into the final months of Princess Diana's life and the aftermath of her death. Many have expressed concern that the show will become sensationalist and delve into ridiculous territory by featuring Diana's ghost. Morgan defended his artistic decisions, stating that he never intended to portray Diana's ghost in a traditional sense, but rather to represent her vividly in the minds of those she left behind. The trailer for the first part of the final season has been released, and it hints at a mixture of high drama and high camp. Some critics have expressed disappointment that the show seems to focus too much on Diana and not enough on Queen Elizabeth II. Others have noted that the show takes significant liberties with historical accuracy, but argue that this is appropriate for a drama. The first part of the final season will be available on Netflix from November 16. King Charles hosts charities to discuss Israel-Gaza humanitarian crisis. Telegraph. King Charles has hosted representatives from 5 charities operating in the Middle East, including Gaza, to discuss the humanitarian situation in the region. The meeting took place at Buckingham Palace and was part of the King's lifelong experience and work supporting those in need across faith and community boundaries. This comes after the King expressed his concerns about the ongoing violence to the President of Israel and King Abdullah of Jordan. The King has also condemned acts of terrorism in Israel and held talks with the UK's chief rabbi. The meeting included representatives from the British Red Cross, Medical Aid for Palestinians, UNICEF UK, and Christian Aid. The International Committee of the Red Cross has assisted with the recent release of Israeli hostages and has warned of a shortage of fuel and medical supplies in Gaza. In a speech, the King called for unity and urged civility, tolerance, and mutual understanding. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your favorite interdimensional observer, the Sixth Doctor, reporting once again from the realm of 6 degrees. Today, we have a mixed bag of news from the world of British royalty and the entertainment industry. So, without further ado, let's dive in. First up, we have the highly anticipated trailer for the final season of The Crown. Part 1 of this season will focus on the tumultuous final years of Princess Diana, including her tragic death and the Queen's response to the grieving public. But fear not, amidst the intensity, we also get glimpses of lighter moments between Diana and her sons. It's a roller coaster of emotions, my friends, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds on November 16. In other news, veteran broadcaster Ken Bruce has been honored with an MBE for his contributions to radio, autism awareness, and charity. Bruce's popular music quiz, Pop Master, has been a hit, and his move to Greatest Hits Radio has seen a rise in audience numbers. Well-deserved recognition, I must say. We also bid farewell to British author, journalist, and poker player Anthony Holden. He may have ruffled a few feathers with his critical take on the royal family, but he remained a prolific writer throughout his career, covering a wide range of topics. Holden's legacy lives on through his books and his surviving family. Moving on, parents of students at Falcon's pre-preparatory school in Chiswick are planning to sue the owner after the school's sudden closure. This comes as a shock, considering the prestigious alumni, including Prince Charles and Prince Harry. Legal battles, my friends, even the royals aren't immune. And speaking of the royals, a Range Rover believed to have been owned and driven by Queen Elizabeth II is up for auction. It seems a car collector with a keen eye noticed the unique modifications that matched those on other vehicles used by the Queen. If you've got some extra cash lying around, this might be your chance to own a piece of royal history. Now, back to The Crown. The trailer for the final season has caused quite a stir. Showrunner Peter Morgan has faced criticism for his creative decisions, especially the inclusion of Princess Diana's ghost. While some are concerned about the show becoming sensationalist, Morgan defends his artistic choices. Love it or hate it, you can't deny that The Crown always gets people talking. Lastly, King Charles has hosted representatives from charities working in the Middle East, particularly Gaza, to discuss the humanitarian crisis in the region. The King's commitment to supporting those in need across faith and community boundaries is commendable. Let's hope these discussions lead to positive change and a better future for all. And there you have it, my friends, a whirlwind of news from the world of British royalty and entertainment. Now, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the final season of The Crown? Are you excited or skeptical? And what about the Range Rover auction? Would you bid on it? Join the discussion and let me know your thoughts. Remember, folks, in the realm of 6 degrees, there's always something interesting happening. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.